Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm just gonna do a little vlog. So I'm gonna go surfing, and then after I might go to the skate park for a little. I'm gonna go to the farm, check it out. Maybe I'll show you guys a few different machetes, and we're just gonna go. Hey, Chill, what do you think we should do when we get to the skate park? Well, I'm gonna practice my Ollies. Oh, that sounds like a good idea, yeah. Yeah, I actually just figured out how to Ollie sideways skateboard. Oh, really? Yeah, it took me a while. Yeah, I kind of look forward to going to the skate park because it's only open on the weekends. It's actually just this concrete area where they just built some wooden ramps and put them in there on the weekends, and the rest of the days the school actually uses it, the public school. So I kind of look forward to it to skate on the weekend. There's nowhere else to skate here. Yeah, it's completely dirt roads here. So there's not really anywhere else to skate, no street skating or anything, only at the little skate parks on the weekends. And even if you want to get a skateboard, you can't even really buy them down here. You have to either get them from the States or drive 6 hours to San Jose and go pick one up. So you gotta hope your skateboard doesn't break. Okay, we're at the skate park. We're gonna do some ollies. Okay, I'm gonna try to ollie normal skateboard. Okay, so we're leaving the skate park. We're gonna head over to the farm. Okay, that was insane. I did not expect to be able to ollie 2 skateboards stacked sideways. That was awesome. I just figured out how to ollie 1 skateboard sideways, and then I tried 2 skateboards stacked, just straight on top of each other. And I was like, maybe let's try 2 skateboards stacked sideways. And then I did it on my first time, surprisingly, but I wasn't recording it, so I was like, dang it, I gotta do it again. So then I kept trying. I must have tried 50 times maybe. And then I got it, and it might have just touched the skateboards, but that's okay. Every time I go back to the skate park every weekend, I'm gonna get better and better and better until I can ollie 5 skateboards. That's gonna be awesome. So we're back on the road. Whoa, Chua, look, it's a cow! Oh yeah, that's a cool cow! Okay, we're almost there, and we just saw this beach, and there's hundreds of birds out in the water. A few hundred pelicans just chillaxing out in the ocean. I've never seen so many pelicans all together. Wonder, there must be a lot of fish. Okay, let's get. I lost the wave. Wipe out, treading the gnar. Turn on, please. Are we almost there? Yes, we'll be there in about 5 minutes. Just want to get there already. Okay, we made it to the top of the farm. So I'm going to talk about 2 different kinds of machetes. So, there's lots of different sizes, but usually there's the smaller machete, and then there's a bigger machete. So the smaller one is made for chopping down branches more, and then a bigger machete is made for chopping down little plants. So I'll give you a little example. So if I was going to chop a bunch of plants like these, then I'll take the longer machete because it's more efficient because you can chop more plants at once. So I'd rather use a longer machete, and most workers and guys who use machetes know that. So that's if I was going to chop. See, I can get can chop more plants because you can cover more area with a longer machete. But then if I was going to chop something down, like if I was going to trim some branches maybe, or maybe cut a coconut or something, I would use the smaller machete because you can swing it better and it's made to chop branches and stuff. So if you're going to trim like a tree, you wouldn't take your long machete and try to trim it because it's just not efficient. If I was going to trim some of these up, and use the smaller machete because that's what it's made for. There's a little tip. Hopefully it'll help you guys out one day. Smaller machetes for coconuts and branches and stuff of that sort, and longer machete is for stuff like grass, maybe like little plants, stuff that's easier to cut through because it's made to cover more distance when you swing. You wouldn't really want to cut a whole farm with a little machete. If all you have is a small machete or a big machete and you need it for the opposite situation, it'll still work, it just won't work as well. So if I had to chop some plants, I can use a little machete, no problem, but it just will take a little bit longer. But if all you have is a smaller machete, it'll work. So once I had ice cream, and then I went like, and then I was like, where'd it go? Okay, this awesome day is almost over, sadly, but I'm going to wrap up the video by answering 2 questions, and I'm going to say 1 quote and what it means to me. So I guess I'll start doing that on some of my videos, not every video, but I'll start saying a quote and saying what it means to me. So let's start with the question. Both of these questions happen to be asked by the same person, named Jet Clark 007. First question, what's the biggest wave you've ever caught? So the biggest wave I've ever caught was when there was this big swell at our local break, and I caught a wave that my dad said that was about 10 to 12 feet. That was the biggest wave that I've ever caught, but usually it's not that big out here. And the second question is, what's the longest you've been held underwater? So the longest I've been held underwater from a wave was about 15 seconds. That when I was like 10, like this bigger wave caught me. Like back then, it seemed like a big wave. Now it probably seemed like a small wave. But it caught me, and there was a lot of white water, and it just like held me underwater, and I was getting like pounded. And I actually thought I was gonna drown while I was under. I was like, and I came up and I was like, oh my gosh, that was like worst feeling ever, feeling like you're gonna drown. But I was fine. I survived because I'm a survivor. And yeah, so both these questions were asked by Jet Clark. They're both pretty similar questions about the ocean waves. So there's your answers. Hope you like them. And now for the quote. So all of my quotes are always going to be positive. Okay, this quote says, I may not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. So what this quote means to me is that every day, the more you practice it, the closer you get to maybe accomplishing your goals. So let's use an example like me trying to figure out, well, me not trying to figure out, but me getting better at Ollieing. So when I started Ollieing a broomstick, like a tiny little stick, and that was actually hard for me. And then once I could do that, I moved up to this metal pole. Then after that, I started Ollieing upside down skateboards, then normal skateboards, then sideways skateboards, then 2 skateboards stacked, and then today, I actually just made my new record, 2 skateboards stacked on top of each other. So that was pretty cool. That's a pretty good example of this quote. So every time that I went back to the skate park, which was every weekend, so every day that I practiced more, I would get closer and closer to accomplishing my goal. My main goal, which I want to accomplish one day, is to ollie 4 skateboards stacked sideways. So my dad used to be able to ollie 4 skateboards sideways, and he said that if I could ollie that many skateboards or more, that he would be impressed. So that's my main goal, to get to that many and then keep improving. And so yeah, that's the quote. I couldn't find who wrote this quote, so I can't give credit to anyone. But yeah, there's the quote. There's what it means to me. I'll start saying quotes in some of my videos. Hope you enjoyed this quote and what it meant to me. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments because they might get answered. And yeah, today was super awesome. I went skating, just a little surf session, went for a drive around in the truck. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along. It was pretty fun having you guys come along. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the support. Dude, wake up. Dude, Tua, wake up. You're not done with your outro. Oh yeah, see you guys in the next video.